Hi, Yogis. Hi, Johnny. Good morning. Perfect. Good. I'm looking for. What am I looking for in my book? Ah, looking for my book of poems, but it's right underneath this computer. So excuse me while I rock the boat a little bit. There we go. Back at it. Gosh, you can't be shy if you're going to be on Facebook Live with all of this. Ah. Perfect. I'll be right back. Fred, come on, ready. Inside, Mama's got to teach. Yep. All right, dear yogis. What a day. It's been kind of crazy silly already, and it's only 12 o'clock. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for checking in. I only ask because it makes me feel good, right? And I know you all want me to feel good as well as me wanting you to feel good. So, thank you. I see you all. Hi, Ashley, Jean, and Kathy. Catherine, I keep calling you, but hi, Cindy. Hi, Anne. So nice. Yes, I had a lovely birthday yesterday. Of course, I worked, and but I love what I do, so it really was fulfilling. And then had a quiet evening, enjoying the beautiful weather that we've been having, and that's it. So that's perfect birthday for me. Couldn't ask for anything more. And I had some flowers delivered from some different friends. So appreciative. I love flowers, and the some peonies. I'm trying to think what else. Azaleas were in there. Some of the bouquets. One had, oh my gosh, I can't remember, gardenia, I think it was. Anyway, gorgeous, and my whole house smells. The only bummer is I have to keep hiding them, like moving them around from the cat, who likes to take any floral, any plant and just destroy it. So I had to take the vases, I had 3 vases of flowers. I put them in the middle of the kitchen table, which is, I count this high, and I moved the table into the middle of the kitchen and then took the chairs away from it so that the cat could not attack them in the middle of the night and destroy, which he will, and knock vases over. And anyway, so we made it through the night. So I have maybe a week of protecting all my beautiful birthday flowers from that cat wherever he is. But again, as I always love to say, if these are my problems, life is pretty good, right? Chasing a fat cat away from bouquets of birthday flowers. I could have worse events going on in my life. So today I'm going to be having to check out of class a little bit earlier. I just have a call to make. I'm trying to coordinate my mom getting back. She'll be coming back on the 29th, yes. And so just too many calls coming in that I need to try and catch. So just letting you know that now. And as we drop in, I have my chair ready for setup behind me. So again, I always remind you, if you are in a bed and need to stay there, really important, feel comfortable doing that. I just want you to move little bits and pieces, right? You don't have to move the whole body, and just move what feels right and what you can, right? And there's also that energy of connecting the mind to that, that level of moving, right? So if I say sit up tall, but you're in the bed and maybe don't have that full range of motion or movement, just feel that you're kind of energetically lifting, even closing your eyes and visualizing yourself. So again, whatever it is for you, really important. I got the book. Anita, I see you're here. This is your book. I love it. This poem, I just love it. It says, go in and in. Go in and in. Be the space between two cells, the vast, resounding silence in which spirit dwells. Be sugar dissolving on the tongue of life. Dive in and in, as deep as you can dive. Be infinite, ecstatic. Be love conceived and born in union. Be exactly what you seek, the beloved, singing yes, tasting yes, embracing yes, until there is only essence, the all of everything, expressing through you as you. Go in, and turn away from nothing that you find. Love that. So beautiful. And it's so yoga, right? It tells us to embrace this world, all of its possibilities, everything. And when we seek, when we look in at ourselves and the world around us, don't turn away from it, embrace it, see what the message is, see what it's trying to tell you. And as I often try and practice here and teach you all, don't judge it, right? We're so busy as humans judging everything. So just release that negativity and look at yourself with loving kindness. Take these movements, these poses with loving kindness, right? So again, if you have less mobility than you think you should have, or that you do have, sorry, my wording's so horrible, try as hard as you can to open your heart and just embrace your beautiful body, this beautiful practice, and meet yourself where you are. I was sharing in the class earlier, and I know I'm talking a lot today. I have the type 1 diabetes for like 37 years or something like that. I have, was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, which explained sort of stiffness in my body that I was having. And I have a lung disease, which luckily has not shown itself. And I and a torn shoulder or bone spur. So all of these, I really, in my movements, if I'm moving with my ego, if I'm moving with anger or fear, then I'm going to move really in a place that is not heartfelt, right? It's not self-care. It's going to be overdoing. It's going to be pushy. It's going to be always expecting to be somewhere else instead of just being right here, right now. And it's been such a huge lesson for me. And I do share this with others because, we all have our stories. We all have our physical limitations, and it's just so important for us to find that space so that we can live as best as we can and wrap our hearts around ourselves, wrap ourselves up in love, right? So, all right. I'm going to go to my chair. Good. So, as we kind of find our seat wherever you are, just rock the sit bones a little bit, yeah? Bring those soles of the feet onto the earth. Again, if you're laying in bed, just feel a little bit of that connection to your body. Let the sit bones drop down. And let that spine lengthen, shoulders melt. And just find your space here. Maybe moving into that poem that you heard, those beautiful words of embracing all, right? Go in deeper as you do, embrace this world. Let the shoulders relax, let the neck relax, let those facial muscles, that reaction to the outside world, sometimes we kind of cling onto that in our face. See if you can relax and soften that. Let the eyelids relax, the cheeks, the jaw, the lips. And just let yourself drop in. And notice the breath in your body, that rise and fall. Those inhales and exhales. Taking your time to just feel where the breath is running through your body, how it's running through your body. And just feel that expansion and the release with each breath. That inhale, you can kind of feel the rib cage expand, the heart space expand, making room for the organs and the lungs, right? And then feel as it kind of softens and releases back down. Navel might gently draw in. And just feel that rhythm of your body, that rhythm of your life, this prana, this life force that runs through us. Connect to it. Breathing in, breathing out, just drop in. Inhales and exhales, just notice how it feels in your body. Expansion and release, rise and fall. Now, take this breath and just narrow into the back of the throat a little bit, continuing with the breath in and out through the nose. Moving this breath into that pranayama of Ujjayi pranayama. There's a vibration that comes with this breath. There's a narrowing into the back of the throat, and so there's a little slight more effort to the breath. And again, if it stresses your breath too much, then don't do it, right? If you have any problems with your lungs, you might not want to play with this breath for too long. But I want you to feel and listen to, if you can find it, that vibration, yes, and that sound of the breath, so beautiful. Staying with this breath, the rise, the fall, but also this sound, this vibration. Capturing this practice as you go in and go in, dive deep. One more breath here, just nice and even. Beautiful. And then from here, bring these palms together at your heart center. Bow down into that space within you, that space of love, of kindness, of self-care. Embracing this world, all the goodness right in front of you. Perfect. And then slow, bring the hands down. So what we're going to do to start this morning or this afternoon, whatever we are, whatever time of day it is, I have a block. So I'm going to place it. You might have books. I'm going to place them, one block actually, or two, onto the earth in front of me. And if you don't have a block, it's still your feet onto the earth. And then very slowly I'm going to open these knees up, bring the soles of the feet together, and just take a pause. Shoulders melt down away from the ears, heart opens. And just breathe. So a little bit of space to the inner thighs, and I'm going to say that the higher or the bigger the stack of books or blocks, the deeper this is going to be, right? And if you're laying in bed, be really careful. It's actually really deep if you're laying on your back. So just don't overdo. You might slide some nice cushy pillows underneath your knees. And just pause into this breath. Into this inhale and exhale. Just feel that space, feel that breath. Allow it to be. Take another breath here. Again, we're just slow moving, dropping in deep. And you might be like, where is she going with us? Good. Now, from here, we're going to take and lengthen our spine. Now, if you can, cup those knees, and we're going to sit back a little bit. So tuck the chin, tuck the tail. Be really careful not to overdo. You should feel a nice energy up the back of the spine, into the shoulder blades, into the neck. Soles of the feet drawing together. And just let those knees release. And just take a few breaths here. Inhales and exhales up through the spine, down through the spine. And again. Good. One more breath. Sit back a little bit more maybe. And then lift the belly button in and up to support this movement as you go long in that spine. Shoulders melt down away from the ears. From here, slide the hands to the outside of the knees. Bring the soles of the feet back onto the earth. And you can set those blocks aside. So we're going to start today by crossing that right ankle over that left ankle. Yeah, and shimmy around a little bit. So again, if you're laying in bed, your legs might be long, and if you can, cross that ankle over. And just sit tall, zip up the inner thighs, and then place the hands onto the tops of the knees or thighs. We're going to take our cat-cow here. So inhale into your cow, lifting your chest. And exhale as you round behind you into your cat, tucking the chin, tucking the tail. Inhale, lift the heart, open it up. And exhale, tuck the tail, tuck the chin, rounding in. And just two more like that on this side. Lifting the heart, tail reaches behind. And exhale, tuck the tail, rounding in. Last one. Inhale, the heart opens. Lovely movement of the spine, different kind of shape of the legs, and around the spine, tucks behind you. Good. Now from here, grow nice and long. Now we're going to lean forward a little bit. So my elbows are bending a little bit behind. That spine is long. Yeah, feel that space. And then if it feels okay to you, slide the forearms down to the tops of those thighs, keeping the legs crossed if it feels okay, and then let the head go. And then push out of those forearms a little bit. Lift the belly button in, rounding the spine, almost like a cat. Take a breath there. Good. And then slowly lengthen the spine again. Open up that heart. Good. And then slowly again, tuck the chin, tuck the tail. Breathe out of the back of the body. And then again, lengthen. Open that heart. Nice. Feels good. Last one. Just round a little bit. Yeah, you might feel a little energy into the legs now. Oh, that's why she has us doing this. Lengthen the spine again. Now, if your forearms came down, slide the hands back, lift the belly in and up, and slowly come back up. Good. Keep those legs crossed. Left hand outside of right knee, right hand to the waist. Take an inhale, grow long, and then take this twist as you exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Kind of pushing into this hand into that leg, getting some nice energy up the outer edge of that right leg. Good. Now, come back through center. Now, we're going to take these legs. We're going to extend them a little bit, but just be careful. I don't want you to go so far that you're locking behind your knees. If you can see, my knees are a little bent. And we're going to just take it again, fold forward, but long spine, and just allow yourself to drape here again. It's going to be a little deeper. Modify if it feels too much to slide the feet onto the earth. Keep the legs a little more lengthened. And just take your breath there. Yeah. Good. One more breath. And then slowly tuck the chin and roll yourself up. Good. And then from here, uncross the legs. Give the legs a little shakaroo. Good. And then coming to the other side. So taking that left leg, crossing it over the right, sitting nice and tall. And then from here, just pause for a moment. I want you to zip up those inner thighs. Take a breath. And then from here, hands onto the thighs. Just slide forward so that long spine, right? So we're not collapsing or rounding. And then you might stay here, or you might find you slide those forearms down. Yeah, take your time to just know if it feels okay, if it's gonna be okay. Good, just feel the little zipping of that belly in and up. And then from here, we're gonna slow tuck the chin, kind of push out of the forearms, or if it's your hands, push out of the hands and round into that spine. Good. One more breath, just like this. Belly button draws in and up. And then slowly, we're going to begin to lift the chest, lengthen the spine, and then roll back in, stretching the back of the body. Kind of those, remember, we're keeping those knees somewhat together, so there's muscles working in the legs. Lift the chest, lift the tail, and again, rounding in. I don't know why I'm talking so funny today. One more time, inhale, lift, the tail lifts, heart lifts, and then exhale, rounding in. Beautiful. From here, hands come to the knees, spine is long to reach yourself back up. Good. And then from here, right hand comes to the outside of that left knee, and left hand comes to your hip. I want you to grow long, and then just begin to take this twist. And I don't think I explained enough on the other side. So we have that that right leg, left leg crossed over the right, and we're lifting the navel to take this twist, but I want that right hand to kind of push into that thigh to sort of send that heart one direction and the legs, energetically the other direction. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Good. And then very slowly just release out of this and a little bit more. Remember, we're going to take these legs possibly and we're going to extend them long, shimmy around a little bit. Zip up the inner thighs, and I really, again, want you to be careful with balance, please. And so from here, same thing. So my legs are pretty far out. You might bring them just somewhere in between that. And then keeping the legs crossed, lift the inner thighs. So get some engagement there. And then hands to the knees, maybe the forearms to the knees. And we're just gonna pause here. So let the head go and just feel nice energy into the legs, the spine, the neck, the shoulders. 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Good, and then very slowly begin to roll yourself back up if you like, or find that length and come up. Whew. Yes, and then uncross the legs, give them a little shakaroo. Nice. Now, sitting tall, hands come down. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me today. I think I have too many things going on my to-do list, so I really need yoga today. So we're gonna sit nice and tall. So we did some nice forward folds, some twists. Now we're gonna take these arms, reach them long, get them up to the sky. And then from here, we're gonna take that right hand, bring it to the hip, and that left hand up and over. So look, it's not big. I often see people kind of draping really big in. I want you to feel length in the spine and then take this over. Gaze might be over that right shoulder or up to that elbow on the left. Really honor your neck. Take another breath, nice side stretch here. Perfect. And then slowly coming back up, both arms sweep up to the sky, and that left hand find your waist. Take a breath, inhale, and exhale over. Good, inhale, exhale. Beautiful, one more. And then exhale, feels nice. And then bring your hands back up, palms together at the top, and then bring this down into your heart center. And again, just come back into that space of loving kindness and just meeting our bodies, meeting them where they are, right? So anything we have that's kind of, I hate to use that word, you feel like it's limiting you, think of it as an opportunity to just find ways to work your body differently, right? Stay in a place of self-care. So from here, we're going to take these arms again, sweep them up to the sky, arms reach nice and long. That right hand comes to the outside of that left knee. This time the left hand comes to the waist. Grow long on that inhale, draw the navel in, and then take that twist. Lots of details there. Feel that twist, open up that heart. Breathing in, breathing out. One more breath here. Perfect. Now, coming back through to center, take these arms long again, and then take that left hand to the outside of that right knee, and that right hand comes to your waist. Take an inhale, grow long, open the heart, and then slowly through that beautiful column of energy through your body, take that twist. Shoulders relax. Take your breath. Good, and again. Perfect, and then slow, come back up, reach these arms up to the sky, palms together at the top, and then drop into your heart center, again, bowing into all that love and light inside you. Good, beautiful, bring the hands down onto the knees, and we're going to move into that cow and cat, a little bit more classic. Take that inhale, lift your chest, lift your tail behind you, and then exhale, round into that cat. Now we're going to add on. We're going to inhale, roll to the balls of the feet, lifting the heels, chest goes forward and up, and then exhale, heels come down, rounding. Two more like that. See if you can roll under the balls of the feet, lifting the heels, and then exhale, rounding. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the chest, open the heart, and exhale, rolling in. Perfect. Now from here, coming back, shoulders over the hips. And we're going to take again, so we're going to move into these poses, adding little bits. We're going to take that right leg, reach it out in front, and the toes up to the sky. This left leg can stay bent with the sole of the foot onto the earth. And we're going to take this left arm, reach it up, so get that nice length. You can always let this right hand find the chair or stay on your hip. And we're going to take this left arm across our bodies, right, to the outer edge of that right leg. We're going to lengthen and begin to take a little bit of a twist, very little, just to sort of direct us to the outer edge of that right leg. And then slowly, just kind of slide down a little bit, right? If you like, you can take that right hand to your waist, your hip, lift the navel in and up, open up this heart, big stretch, but lots of core to support the back. One more breath here. And slowly, we're going to come out of this. Take your time, take your time, take your time. Perfect. Now, just a counter twist. Right hand to the outside of that left knee. Left hand to the waist, and don't make it too big, just a little counter twist on that spine, twisting to the left. Really good. Coming back through to neutral, sliding that right leg back in, sliding that left leg long, sitting tall. Right arm to the sky. Exhale. Beautiful. Take another breath. And then very slowly, we're going to begin to, again, take a little bit of a twist. Belly draws in and up, and this right arm begins to cross over the body slightly. Now again, that left hand can be on the chair, the thigh, the waist, and as you reach, bring that hand down to the outer edge of that leg somewhere, and then lengthen, and then slowly slide down that leg just a little bit. I don't want you to go far. I really want you to keep feeling the belly button lifting in and up and this subtle, subtle twist, right? If we go too far, we're gonna bother our backs or injure our backs. One more breath. Yes, I'm still talking. Good. Lift the belly in and up, and slowly come up. Good. And then here's that counter twist, that left hand, just finding that outer edge of that right knee. And that right hand finding the waist. Take a breath, inhale, and just a little one. Don't make it too big as you exhale, opening up that heart. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. And again. Should feel nice. Good. And then as you release, coming back, drawing that left foot in and giving the legs a little shake-a-roo. Good. Nice. Arms come down alongside. And let the sit bones spread. Let the crown of head reach long. And then from here, take these arms out to a T. And just feel that space as you open up this heart. Good. Now, from here, we're going to bend these elbows, right? So, look, my elbows are kind of in line with my shoulders. And you can, see if you can get the elbows in line with the shoulders both ways, right? So, height and alongside. And if that's too much, don't worry about it. So, from here, we're going to imagine we have 3-pound weights in our hands, okay? So I'm going to just take those weights in my hand. I'm going to sit a little taller, relax those shoulders, and I'm going to open these arms up. They can go really straight. They can stay a little softer. And we're going to take an inhale. And on that exhale, bend the elbows. They can go all the way in if you like. And then open back up. Inhale. Your breath. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. 2 more. Nice movement, a little bit of muscle work into those biceps as we get strong. 1 more. Beautiful. And then let the arms come long. This is going to feel really good. You're going to turn the palms down and arms come down. Wah! And shake it out a little bit. Yeah, good job, right? So working those muscles around the arms, down the side of the body, keeping the core long. Yeah, lengthened. Okay, so we're going to take these arms again, bring them to the T. We're going to bend the elbows again, but no more weights. You'll be happy to hear. We're going to take these hands and we're going to slowly bring the palms towards each other. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. Some of you may find your elbows touch. That's a lot. I feel a lot of stretch there for my tight arms, so maybe it stays a little bit more separate. So that's going to be our next movement. So we're going to inhale, open up. And exhale, stay long in the spine, bringing the palms together, maybe the forearms and elbows. Inhale, open up. Stay calm. Don't judge it. Good. And if you just one arm, that's fine as well. And close it up. 2 more. Inhale, open up. Exhale, close it up. 1 more. Inhale, open up. And exhale, close it up. Good. Now take these arms, open them up. I know we're almost there. Take the arms long, palms turn down, arms come down, and give them a little shake. I definitely felt that this morning. I'm pretty tight this morning, so a little bit of my a little flare up of my arthritis. So you kind of feel these things in a different way on those days or couple of days. So we're just going to start with that right shoulder and make some circles. So after that nice kind of engagement of the muscles, we're going to now circle one direction. Beautiful. And then switch head the other way. Good. Yeah, should feel nice. And then let that arm just dangle again. And we're just going to take and shake that hand. Yeah, shake that hand. Should feel good. Yeah. And then lift it up a little bit. Keep shaking. I love this. Gets this energy. Ah, it feels so funny. And be careful, again, if your arthritis is really bad in your hands, it might not feel so good, so be a little more gentle. Good. Now, let that arm just dangle down. Feel the tingles. Ah, feels good. That blood flow. Perfect. And then coming to the other side, we're going to take this left arm and just begin to make some nice circles. And I know you're all sitting up straight. I know your belly button's kind of lifting in and up. I know that. I know that. Good. And then switch directions, heading the other way. Good. One more time. Perfect. Who's coming in? Somebody's coming in the room. Hi, Jessie. Good. And then let this arm, hello. Come here. Let this arm dangle. And then from here, we're just going to take that hand, make some nice circles. Good. And then from here, we're just going to shake it. Shake, shake, shake. Maybe you lift it up. Feels good. Don't overdo. If it doesn't feel good, I don't want you doing it. You know the rules here. No rules. And then back down, and then let that arm dangle and just feel all that good energy into the hands. Just pause. Feel that space, that blood flow. Perfect. Hands come back down. Okay. Ready? We're going to move again. So take these arms, sweep them up to the sky. Get that nice big reach. Good. Now we're going to take that right hand to our waist. Left hand up and over. There's that stretch. Good. And then we're going to bring both arms back up. Good. Left hand to the waist. Right arm up and over. Good. Both arms come up. Good. Hands to your heart center. Perfect. Now we're going to take that right leg again. Extend it long. Left foot stays onto the earth. And then from here, we're going to take both arms this time. Reach them up to the sky. Good. And we're going to take that left hand and we're going to begin to take it across our body as we slip that right hand into our waist. Take an inhale, grow long. And then exhale, come into that shape. You did it before. Belly button draws in. Heart begins to open. And breathe in and breathe out. Good. One more breath here. Perfect. And then very slowly begin to come up. And if it feels okay, take both arms up to the sky. Perfect. And then take that right hand to the outside of that left knee. Left hand's going to come to the waist. Grow long on that inhale. And then exhale, take that twist. Breathing in, breathing out. Remember, this is where we're going to add on. So again, make sure you're kind of lifting that belly in and up. That back arm's going to sweep up. And then a little bit over to the side, but out in front, kind of over those right pinky toes. Yeah, don't overdo. It's a big stretch into the left side of the body. One more breath. Perfect. And then that top arm comes back down. Beautiful. And then we unravel here. Pause. More to come. So this right leg stays long. We're going to slide the hands down to that thigh. We're going to lengthen and then fold forward. Yeah, so just feel that space up the spine. Let that heart open. Good, nice energy. You might feel it up that right leg as well. And if it feels okay, you might bring the forearms down, taking a little deeper. Two more breaths here. One more breath. Perfect. And then very slowly, we're going to come back up. Take your time, support the spine, and then switching, taking that left leg long. As that left leg comes long, shift the sit bones a little bit. Perfect. And then we're going to take both arms, reach them up to the sky. Good. Inhale. And exhale. And then we're going to move here. So kind of a dynamic movement as we take that right arm across our body, right? Finding the outer edge of that left leg, and that left hand finds the waist possibly. Take an inhale, grow long, lengthen, and take a little bit of a slide down that leg, a little bit of a twist. Don't overdo. Good. One more breath. Lift the belly in and up, and then slowly coming back up. Yes, we're going to sweep the arms up because I think I swept them up on the other side. And then switch directions. Left hand to the outside of that knee and that right hand to the waist. Take a nice inhale, grow long. And then begin to take that twist as you exhale. Yeah, just pause there. It should feel good, not pushy. Honoring your body, honoring your life. One more breath. Good. Now, pause. We're going to take that back arm, that right arm, sweep it up to the sky. And again, it doesn't need to be huge. And then reach it kind of over that left leg. Yeah? A little bit of a twist. Nice lengthening through the whole right side of the body. Good. One more breath. Perfect. Now that top arm comes back down. Good. And then we're going to slide back to neutral. Torso out in front. Hands come to the top of that leg. Take a breath. Inhale. Lengthen and fold forward as you exhale. Yeah. So what we're looking for is, yes, space into the lower back and spine, but also some length up to the back of that right leg. So taking your time to find that. And again, you might slide these forearms down to the leg. That definitely takes it deeper, so just be really mindful if you need to go that deep. One more breath. Perfect. And then slow, we're going to come and bring ourselves back up. Support it by lifting that core. Good. And then sliding that leg back in and giving the knees a nice rock side to side. Good. And just pause, sit tall here. And just notice we did some lovely energy through the legs, lovely twisting and side stretches and angled stretches. Just notice how that feels. Pause again, back into that space of self-care, of self-love. This present moment of here and now. Perfect. Now, from here, I'm going to come up to standing, and as I always say, stay in the chair. We're going to do versions of some of these poses that we just did, and I'm just adding on to them standing. So you're familiar with them. You can do them in your chair. Make modifications, and if you can't think of a modification, because there maybe isn't one in that particular shape, do something else. So even if it's like moving your hands, circling your wrists, just keep the blood flowing for this practice today, okay? So as we come up, stand behind my chair, just move these blocks. And as I always say, I want you to make sure if you're coming up that this chair is not going to slip out from underneath you. Really important. Mama bear here taking care of her cubs. Yeah, and then standing tall. Shoulders melt away from the ears. We're going to start by taking this right leg and we're going to step it back just a little bit. So that big upside down V. And see if you can bring both feet onto the earth. Now from here, take the fingertips, maybe bring them to the top of the chair and get some length here. Yeah, so shoulders over the hips if you can. There's a little bit of balance here, gaze out in front. Now keeping this shape, see if you can just roll up onto the back foot, so ball of foot lifts the heel. And then roll that heel slowly back down, lift the toes. Hold onto the chair to keep that balance. And then again, roll up onto the ball of the foot, lifting the heel. And then slowly rolling down and taking your time, lifting the ball or toes of that front foot, okay? So just slow, easy, connected movement. Not trying to overachieve anything, but just feel you're kind of actually massaging the feet. Good. One more. Lift the front foot. And then this time, bring both feet down onto the earth. Take a nice inhale, grow long. And then we're just going to begin to fold over this chair a little bit. Spine is long. Maybe the forearms come down. Let that left sit bone shift back. Breathing in, breathing out. You can always bring the hands down onto the seat of the chair if you like a little deeper of a stretch. Take your time. 2 more breaths here. Don't force it. Just stay into the sweetness of the practice, right? 1 more breath. Perfect. Now, let that front knee bend a little bit. Slide the hands back up to the chair. And then from here, we're going to take and step forward, but we're going to take this right foot. We're just going to slip it behind the left. So remember that cross of the legs we did earlier? Yeah, we're going to do that here. So yeah, I can be pretty tight and lengthened in this, but you might find you're a little more open and, you know, make it yours. You know, there might be more separation here. And then hands still with a chair, we're going to lengthen. Zip up the inner thighs, find that nice support, and then fold forward. Don't overdo, so many different levels here. You might be just fine right there because it's a big stretch. You might find you bring the hands down onto the chair seat, yeah? And just notice where this goes into your body. Let the head go. Relax the toes if you can. 2 more breaths. Just let go. And again. And I just added another breath, so 1 more breath. Perfect. And then very slowly begin to lengthen the spine. Slide the hands back to the chair. Take your time to come out of this. And then uncross the feet. Stand nice and tall. And if you like, shake it out. So just all that nice movement, let it run through your body. Good. Maybe even roll the head a little bit. And then coming to the other side, I'm just going to switch so you can see most of it. Standing tall again. We're going to take this left leg and we're going to step it back maybe about a foot or a little more, but you'll have to find what's right for you. And we're not necessarily on a tightrope, but there's a little bit of the feet kind of in line with each other, a little bit separated, just to play with that balance. Hands onto the chair, gaze out in front, and then we're going to move. So we're going to lift that back heel, roll to the ball of the foot, and then let that heel come down and lift that front foot. Good. Front foot comes down, heel lifts on that back foot. Back heel comes down and toes lift. So that's our movement. Yeah, just find a version of it for you. If you're in the chair, you can point one foot and flex it. If you're in the bed, same thing, maybe flex and point both feet. Up to you. Just, again, any of that movement. 2 more. Nice. 1 more. Good. And then let the heels, both heels be down onto the earth. We're going to take a breath. Inhale, grow long. And then we're going to fold over. So we're going to get that stretch up the back of that right leg. Hands to the top of the chair. Forearms, if you like, kind of shimmy around a little bit if you like as well. Kind of trying to take that right hip back a little bit, left hip forward. You can always bring the hands down onto the chair. And just breathe here for 3 breaths. 2 breaths. 1 breath. Beautiful. And then slow, the gaze, where are you going, Jessie? Gaze goes out in front. That right knee is going to bend as you kind of lift yourself back up. Gaze out in front. And then we're going to take this left foot and we're just going to step it kind of behind and across that front foot. Yeah, so find it for you. Everybody's different. And again, this is kind of that flexibility. Some have it in this area, some don't. I'm really tight into my hips and legs, so sometimes this is just kind of takes me a while to relax into it. Sit nice and tall, zip up the inner thighs, and then again we fold forward. So it doesn't need to be big. You can be higher, you can go lower, you can even bring your hands down to the earth in front. Just watch that back. And just let yourself go. Breathing in, breathing out. 2 more. One more. Feels nice. The longer you kind of take a moment to pause and be less pushy with it, feels better. And then slowly, you're going to bring the hands back up if you took them down. Take your time to watch your back. Good, and then uncross these feet and just give them a little shake, right? A little shake it out. Perfect. Now, from here, we're going to just do one more pose. So because we're here and I'm facing this way, we're going to start bringing that left leg back. And we're going to bring the heel down onto the earth. And we're going to bend that front knee. So we're in that warrior two. Good. That front hand onto the chair just to support you. That front knee facing the same direction as the toes. Let's start by bringing that back hand to the waist, right? And then just feel you're lifting up. Yeah, so kind of not collapsing in. And now, bend that front elbow, lift the belly in and up. We're going to get that stretch into the side of the waist. And then, if it feels okay, and you do not have to, take this top arm, reach it up and over. And just feel from that back foot to the fingertips. Good, 2 more breaths. One more breath. Beautiful. Now, slowly coming back up. Good. Hand can come to the waist. And then we're going to take that front leg. We're going to lengthen it. And then again, lengthen through the waist. Bend that front elbow. And come into this triangle, modified triangle. And if you're a triangle person, in Trikonasana, you can take it a little deeper, the fingertips down onto the chair, that top arm up to the sky. But just keep that belly button drawing in and up, that tail tucking in. Good. So it can be there, here, here. One more breath. So good. Bend that front knee and come back up. And then from here, take your gaze back over the chair and just take your time. Maybe it's one big step, maybe it's lots of little steps as you step forward and shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out. That's for Anne if she's here. Anne Stella, I don't know. Good. Make sure you're sturdy, standing tall. And then from here, coming to the other side before we come back down to seated. We're going to take this right foot, step it back. Let that heel come down. Toes open up a little bit. And we bend into that front knee. So knee is in the same direction as the toes. And the hips are kind of opening up. Yeah, feel that space. Take that back hand to the waist. Take a pause. And then from here, we're going to bend that front elbow. So keep lifting that belly button in and up. And you can see there's a nice line from that outer edge through the leg, through the waist. Good. And then if it feels right, and you do not have to, but take that top arm, reach it up and over. It's a big stretch, so just be really mindful of what you're doing. You can always take that hand lower, up to you. I'm going to keep mine higher for show off. One more breath. Really nice. Now slow. Begin to come back. Take this top arm back to your waist. Beautiful. And just lengthen that front leg. Yeah, get some energy. Reach out of the hips. And then same thing. Bend that front elbow. Both legs are long. Moving into this modified triangle. You can always take it further. Good. Maybe if you want to take it further, you can either lift that top arm. You can slide that hand down. And take your breath. 2 more. 1 more. Perfect. And then slow. We're going to bend that front knee. That back hand comes down. And we're going to come back up. Yes. And slow. Gaze goes out in front. And maybe one big step. Or maybe lots of little steps. You just pause there. Shake it out if you like. Move the hips. Roll the head. Perfect. And then as we take our time, if you came up to standing with me, we're going to come back down to seated. Perfect. Make sure the chair is sturdy. Never trust these old wooden chairs. And find your way back into your seat. Soles of the feet onto the earth. if you're laying down, again, just get a little length into the spine and check in with yourself. Notice how you feel. I hope you feel good. And as I said, today I needed to end my practice today with you a little bit early. So we're going to come and begin to just take a few moments here at the end of our practice for breath, to settle in, a seated Shavasana. And if you'd like to take this time and move to laying down, if you're not, or to a couch, or onto the earth and take the backs of the legs over a chair, you're welcome to. So the calves sort of over the chair seat. So many great options. Or you might just slide back into the chair you're in. Take a breath in through the nose and softly out through the mouth. And just let yourself be here. Nowhere to be, nowhere to go. Just a few moments here together. Feeling that practice of the legs, opening them, strengthening them, the hips, the shoulders, the neck. Take your breath and relax. Take that practice in that space of your heart of loving kindness. Again, feel your breath. One more breath. So nice. And then if you like, stay where you are, please. A little shorter practice today by 5 minutes, and then all my chatting at the beginning, so I apologize for that. But if you'd like to come with me, bringing your palms together at your heart center. And just bowing your head down to that space inside, that loving kindness as you search for your truth. And you search for peace and light and self-care through all of that. Never easy. Beautiful. Take a nice inhale as you lift your head. Exhale, out through the mouth. And inhale together for Om. As we bow to ourselves. We bow to each other. Namaste. Thank you so much, yogis. I should also say this Friday class is through the Clinton Corners Library. They are supporting this class. This is where I started my chair yoga teachings, and we love the Clinton Corners Library. So thank you, Clinton Corners, and thank you to you guys. And I encourage, just to make me feel good, if you enjoyed class, let me know. Just type it in, or just like the class. It's just nice and encouraging to let me know you're having a good time. All right, namaste.